Hey, good evening, everybody. So I entitled tonight's call to be back to the basics. Okay, so the reason that I'm doing this is because I think so many times we get caught up in what the new things are that are coming out, and this is so evident whenever we have a product launch or we have a new workout coming out, and we just get all this buzz and excitement. And if you are in our bigger team page, the Knockout Brigade, you'll see that there's been a lot of buzz about the new vegan Shakeology flavors and how you can promote them and how you can do samples. And I shared with you in our team page how to be able to, like a sample post that I did about Shakeology, why I drink it, some benefits, and announcing those new flavors. So what that did was generate some conversation with people that I didn't even know were interested. So people I might have reached out to a long time ago that told me no then, were now having their ears perked up by this vegan option. So it worked out well to do a post about that, but all of this to say, like, it doesn't matter what the excitement or the buzz is that's going around. There's so many different things to consider. You know, you hear different things about programs, Shakeology, summits coming up, Super Saturday. Maybe your mind is just kind of buzzing, all right? And so you're kind of like, where do we start? I just need to get some new challengers, or I just need to start building my business. So where do we start? The basic building blocks of what we do are surrounded by the 4 vital behaviors. So I've done other calls about the 4 vital behaviors. There's plenty of resources in the Hope Nation files section about these, as well as your coach online office. So if you are a newer coach and you have never taken a look at your coach online office, you will see there are tons of training materials in there. So what I want to do for you right now is just kind of give you a little bit of share my screen with you so you can see how to get into your office and find some training materials, and how to get into the Hope Nation new coach training materials as well. So since my screen is currently on Facebook, I'm going to share that first, and that way you can see where those resources are. So if you click up in here, if you have been added to the Hope Nation New Coach Basics, if you have been added into that, then you will be able to see everything that's in there. It is actually a pinned post. So you'll see right here, it says pinned post and welcome to the team. So if you are not a member of this group, but you want to be, then just let me know and I will add you, okay? Because this is going to give you access to the online training class. This is an open learning class. You get to create your own account and log into the class. So give you an idea of what it looks like. This is all step-by-step, go at your own pace kind of thing. There is an intro video in here. You can join the course here, and you just sign up this way. And once you get in there, there are classrooms. I'm wondering if it's going to log me in. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so you start here. There's a welcome. It tells you step by step. Start here, getting started right with Coach Basics. There are modules in here. So you just start with day 1. Day 2, day 3. And the way that we used to run Coach Basics was through a Facebook group. The problem with the Facebook group is that people would get lost, or they weren't able to keep up with the pace. And honestly, as a leader, as a coach, I was having to recreate the same material month after month, and it was very time consuming. So my husband John is an online educator, and so he created this classroom for our team. And basically all of the information that was in the Coach Basics training is now in this format, and it makes it very easy. I will caution you that it was best to not jump around. It is designed to be done day by day so that it kind of adds on from the previous lesson. So it doesn't matter how fast or slow you do it. It's designed that you can do it Monday through Friday for 4 weeks. So it would take you a month to get through this material if you're not taking any courses or doing any classes on the weekends. So if you just do one a day, then you'll be able to keep up with it and finish in a month. So this one, you can see you'll have daily action items. You'll have interaction here. There are different links that you can go to that will give you all the information that you need. You need a contact list. Here it is. Team Beachbody page. All of this stuff is in here. So this has been a really great help for us to be able to give you guys the information you need. So I was talking to you about the 4 vital behaviors, or I mentioned it just now. And so here's a video that I did on the 4 vital behaviors, and it will talk a little bit more about it. And you will see right here, invite, 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 be proof the products work, do personal development, and recognize. So these are the foundational elements of what we do as coaches. Another thing that I want to show you, I'm going to get into that in just a minute, but another thing I want to show you, once you are in this classroom, it will track your progress. You can write comments as you go through, and once you're done with the one lesson, you will be able to continue on to the next lesson. So again, this is all pretty easily spelled out. There are 4 sections each so for each of the 4 weeks as it's set up, but you can go faster or slower. I've had some coaches that just buzz right through this in maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks. There's other coaches that take more like 2 months to get through it. So either way is fine. Just let me know where you're at and when you need help. So this is the Coach Nation Coach Basics training, and you will find that link in this Facebook page. It's in the pinned post. So if you need to be added to this, I will add you, and I usually will then also comment back where the comments are. So, hey there. So I am just kind of going through, this is the New Coach Basics group, and what the classroom material looks like when you go into the course. So when you are brand new and you want to go through Coach Basics, which gives you all the information on how to invite and the different vital behaviors for coaching, it's all right here in the New Coach Training classroom. So the other thing I wanted to show you while I'm sharing my screen here is where you can find these materials in your back office. So maybe you have looked through this stuff before, maybe you haven't. I just always go to the Coach Online Office tab, and I like that it has now saved my password. That saves me time. In here, there is so much material that sometimes it can be overwhelming, but if you don't know where to look and you can't find the materials, that's not going to be helpful. So that's why I want to show you this today, is show you how you can dig into your back office. So if you go to the News and Training tab, all right, go into Training, and it walks you through. So you would go to your Getting Started tab and your Coach tab. These are the first 2 that you want to kind of look at. It gives you the New Coach video. There is a business quick start guide that you can do. And then it also encourages you to connect with me so that we can get you started. So then all of these, all the information that you need is right here. Again, talking about the 4 vital behaviors, they're right here as well. And then once you work through the start here, getting started, you can go into the Coach tab. And so it's kind of arranged by rank. And as a new coach, those are pretty much the 2 tabs that you'll need right now, is Getting Started and the Coach. And it shows you where national wake-up calls are. It shows current promotions. And again, just kind of going through each of the tabs. There's, Value of Shakeology is another great resource here. Just go through each of the tabs and it'll show you all kinds of PDFs and videos. And honestly, guys, this is where I started. When I was a brand new coach, I dug into my Coach Online office. My coach also ran a Coach Basics. It wasn't a classroom format. It was a Facebook group, like I had mentioned before. But these resources are right here just for you. So all you have to do is log in and go to your news and training tab and then go to training. So super easy. Don't worry about all these other ones. Just worry about the getting started and the coach for right now. And when you're ready to, add some coaches to your team, then we'll talk more about the Ruby Emerald stage over here. So this is just to get started. This is like your key spot to find everything in your Coach Online office. So I'm going to stop sharing for just a minute. They have, let's see here. When I wanted to talk to you about the 4 vital behaviors, because honestly, like if you do nothing else in your business, that's why these 4 vitals were created, was so that you can kind of stay narrowly focused and you will be able to hit Success Club if you're doing these behaviors on a daily basis. It just really makes it as simple as possible so that you can see success in your business. The very first one is invite, invite, invite. And they say it 3 times because most of the time people will recommend inviting 3 to 5 people a day. That sounds like maybe a lot at first, but then to me, I kind of average it out. There's some days where I'm just on a roll and I might have, like several follow-ups and maybe several new invites. And all of a sudden I have like 10 people that I've started conversations with or talked to or invited to something. And then the next day I might have something happen in my family and I never get to the computer at all, but it's okay. So basically 3 to 5 is what you want to shoot for. And I never want to tell you like, don't invite, but there are days where things come up, right? So it just happens. And by invite, I mean, you can invite to anything. You can invite people to a free group. You can invite them to a paid challenge group, which of course everybody wants to do that because that's getting them involved into our regular 30-day challenge groups. And getting them started. And of course that helps your business because now they're your customer. But you can also invite them by sharing more about like samples for Shakeology, or you can invite them to a Super Saturday event. So just kind of get out of the box a little bit. But like for me, I wanted to hit Success Club every month. So that meant I was inviting to a challenge group or a coaching business opportunity, and which my next business opportunity is going to be on, did I say the 27th? I'm not going to be home until, no. It might even be the 28th. I don't know. I'm going to have to look on that date because I don't think I'm getting home until late. It was originally the 27th of April, so let me play around with that date. But I will be having a coach opportunity call at the end of this month for sure, because especially with going on the Success Club trip, that's going to be the buzz that I'm talking about is, why am I there? I'm a coach and what do I do and how you can do this too. So there's always a challenge group and there's always a business opportunity that you can invite to. So for right now, in this stage of the month, we're working on inviting people to our challenge group because it's going to be kicking off here with prep on the 17th, and then the very next Monday on the 24th will be the week 1. So my suggestion is that we help everybody get into the group by the 19th at the latest so that they are able to get all of their supplies in hand when we start week 1. So that's what we're inviting to. So always know what you're inviting to. Make sure you look on the team page. I always share my calendar of what's going on in the next month. And then if you have any questions or you want to do things differently, then just, let's set up a time to chat and I can help you in any way that I can. So, that's inviting. Just make sure that you're always getting out there and talking to other people, sharing your journey. And that is what's going to, attract challengers to you. So that starts, the next one is being a proof the product works, which is doing your workouts, doing your Shakeology, showing your results, whether that is a physical transformation or an emotional transformation or just mental clarity or whatever it is for you. It can look like a lot of different things. It does not have to be side by side before and after pictures all the time. especially, you know, we think on Transformation Tuesday, it's always going to be something physical. It doesn't have to be. Maybe for you, your transformation is the fact that now that you're drinking Shakeology, you haven't had ice cream in, you know, 30 days or whatever it is. You know, that's a transformation. That's something that you've changed in your life. So other people, it might be internal factors like blood pressure going down or cholesterol going down or things like that, blood tests coming back in a more positive way. So share what's going on in your journey, but you can't share what's going on in your journey if you're not actually on your journey. So being proof the product works is always part of those vital behaviors, because if we're not actually doing it, then how is that making us, you know, a good source for people to look at? Like, well, why would I do that if she's not doing it? I see she's not consistent in her workouts, then why would I go to her to be a coach or him or whatever? So make sure that we are keeping on track with our workouts. You're showing start to finish, taking before and afters and stuff like that, because this is your journey. And as a coach, you do have more accountability, especially if you are inviting people to do it with you. They need to be able to see that you're doing it so they can do it with you. So the third one is personal development. I love personal development. I thought it was kind of hokey pokey when I first started. I'm not going to be lying to you. I just thought, what is all this like self-help nonsense? Like, I don't need that. I'm just going to do my devotions and whatever. Devotions are great, and I do them every morning. However, I also dig into something that is going to be filling my cup. And for me as a business builder, I am always looking to take it to the next level, to cut out the excuses, to read books like The Compound Effect and Slight Edge and Go Pro and all of these things that will help me be a better leader, to be a better business owner, to just be a better person. I've also read books like Made to Crave and what else is over here? I Am That Girl. I have Take the Stairs. I have Famous in Heaven and at Home. I have Undaunted. I have books that are all over the spectrum, from Lisa Turkers to Christine Kane to, I don't remember what's that girl's name, Alicia Jones or whatever. So, I mean, there's all kinds of books that you can read. You can also listen to podcasts. I love listening to The School of Greatness by Louis Howes. I share that stuff all the time. So Chalene Johnson has great podcasts that are full of encouragement. There's tons of stuff out there for you to read, to watch, to look at, YouTube videos, training videos. All of that stuff is personal development that's going to help you grow as a person and as a coach, as a challenger. So just dig in for 10 minutes a day, 10 pages. Doesn't have to take all day long. These calls, the Dream Team calls, the National Wake Up calls, anything that's provided for you guys, that's all personal development. So don't overthink this. If you are, you know, for me, a lot of times I will put my earphones in when I'm driving, if I'm driving any distance, and listen to the National Wake Up call then, or put on a podcast then, or something like that, so that I can get it in while I'm doing something else, or doing dishes or laundry or something. So it doesn't have to take all day, but just make sure that you're getting it in. There's just too much negativity in this world that we need to be able to fill our minds with something that's positive, that's going to move us forward, inspire us, motivation. They say, you know, that the adage of, you know, motivation wears off. It's like bathing. You got to do it daily. You have to keep filling yourself up, because you're going to forget. It's just the way it is. It's the same reason that we go to church, is to commune with other people and to get closer to God. And so if you're not doing it, if you're not constantly digging in, then you're going to be falling away and you're going to forget things, and it's not going to be as fresh and on your mind. So personal development is the third one. And the fourth one is recognition. And so Beachbody does a great job with recognition, from their monthly Success Club prizes. You know, this month is a backpack, which is pretty cool. I've not had anything like that from them. Last month was Performance Energize, the Performance Line Sampler Pack. So there's always something that they're recognizing efforts for hitting Success Club, for helping those 3 people a month. But on top of that, shouting out your challengers, or shouting out your teammates that are in the challenge group with you, or shouting out a spouse who's doing great. Just making sure that you are recognizing the efforts that your challengers or your coaches are putting in and showing up for them. Because when we are there and we're showing up and we're commenting on their posts and we're checking in with them and we're just showing that we see them, that we see that they matter, then that is what's going to help other people continue on. So I know I work harder whenever I know there's a reward, when there's an incentive. I never thought I was that kind of person that needed to have an incentive, but from day one to when I became a diamond coach to now, if there is a trip I can qualify for, if there is a photo op I can qualify for, if there is a rank advancement, if there's anything out there, some reason I'm drawn to it. So Beachbody has it going. That's the way that it has really helped me to grow, is because I like to have those rewards. It's not necessarily like I have to have that physical something always, but just having that recognition, those leaderboards, that fills me up. I like it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It can't always be your focus, but that's one of those things for our challengers. They need to have those small wins. They need to see something. And sometimes we can't always see it ourselves. So to have somebody else point it out to us, say, hey, you're doing a great job. Hey, I love the fact that you shared that recipe. That really helped me today. Or that word of encouragement. And that could be all it is too, just a word of encouragement. So that is recognition. But those are the 4 vital behaviors, and you're going to hear it. If you haven't heard it a million times, you're going to hear it a million times. It's the foundation of what we do in the coaching business. You've got to invite people. If you do not invite people to this opportunity as a coach or to challenge groups, how are they going to know? And I have referred back to my Christian walk 1,000 times. If we don't tell people about Jesus, how are they going to know? It's the same exact thing. How are they going to know there is a better option out there, that health and fitness is doable, that you can do this, if we don't share it? So inviting is the very first. Number 2 is being proof the products work. You got to do it. You got to show that your number 1 success story has to be you. It does. Even if you don't have any weight to lose, it needs to be you. And you need to show that you've completed a program which you never thought you could do before. That was me with Hammer and Chisel or Insanity Max 30. I did something that was challenging to myself. It wasn't to lose weight. It was to show that I could do it. Be that proof that you are in it and you're not going anywhere. And number 3, the personal development. Got to fill your mind up. You have to. This is just the way it is in any business. It's going to have ups and downs. In life, there's ups and downs. So make sure that you're filling your cup. And then for recognizing our challengers and our coaches for the work that they're doing, because as human beings, we just don't see it. We need somebody else to point it out to us on a regular basis, to give us that extra oomph, to give us that motivation to keep going and keep plugging on. So hopefully that is just like a review for you guys, but you're going to see that in the Facebook Coach Basics group that I showed you how to get into the online classroom. You can kind of rewatch that part 2. And then getting into your online office through Team Beachbody, all of that training material, it's going to all focus back on those 4 vital behaviors. And, the things that lead to success are not hard. Inviting people is not hard. It might be scary, but how hard is it to send a message and press send? Physically, that is not hard. But so many coaches don't do it. And then they look and they're like, I don't know why I didn't hit Success Club. Well, are you tracking it? Do you know how many people you talk to? Because every month I have my list of every single person that I talk to that month. And I can tell you in the month of whatever it was, let's see, month of March, there's 112 people that I invited. Was that enough? Was it not enough? You kind of base it on, did I hit my goals and all that stuff? Maybe in the previous month it was more than that or less than that. But I keep track of it so I can tell that I am doing my job of inviting. If you don't invite, they're not going to come. It's just the way it is. There may be people that come out of the woodwork, but those are people that you invited at some point. So you got to do that process. Like it or not, maybe that's your frog. You got to eat that frog. That's another book by, is it Brian Tracy? You got to do those hard things. It's physically not hard. It's just a matter of doing it. Doing your workout and your shake. Is it physically hard? Sometimes. But like, these are not difficult things. It's just a matter of deciding that you're going to do the steps that it takes to be successful. So whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. If you want to build a business, the thing I've been finding with this Miracle Morning thing, I shared it in my free group today, that the 5-step snooze proof solution, one of them was to, set your alarm in another room and to do bedtime affirmations and say that I have enough sleep. This is great. We can do this. And then brush your teeth and drink water. And I was like, I don't want to brush my teeth and I don't want to drink water. And I'm like, I keep saying that I want more success, that I want to be better at what I'm doing, and I'm not willing to drink a glass of water. Like, that's kind of silly. So it's that these are easy steps to do. You just have to decide that you're going to do them. And that's where people get hung up. Most Americans say they want success, they want better relationships, they want less debt, they want all these things, but they're not willing to take the steps to get there. So Beachbody has made it really super easy to create these 4 vital behaviors, to make sure that we have them and they're ingrained in our mind, and that it's not hard. It's just a matter of consistency in doing it. So I just wanted to get back to the basics for you guys. I think sometimes we get a little distracted by all the new stuff that comes out, or with different challenge groups, or just different things that we're hearing on social media. And sometimes we just need to reel it back in and go back to, what are the things that I absolutely have to do in order to move my business forward? Make a checklist. That's what the business activity tracker is. It's a checklist. You say, okay, got my workout done, drank my shake today, I invited 3 people, did my personal development, and I checked on one of my challengers, or I encouraged another person today, whatever it is. Just check it off. I have a to-do list on my phone every single day. I've got personal development on there, workout, blah, 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 blah. I got it, and I have to cross it off. Plus, I really love checking things off a list. That just makes me happy. So hopefully those little tips will help you, but whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So if you are ready to kind of move forward, decide that you're going to put pedal to the metal, you're going to do these few things that's going to help you move your business in the right direction. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to get this recording up for you all so that you can go back and review it at any point. And I appreciate you guys so much.